Bloody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Hunter x Hunter chapter 414. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, the adorable Hunter kitty on my lap, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked summer anime season in full swing in which we're covering Marimashita Iruma-kun, Yomi no Tsugai, Digimon Beat Break, The Exiled Heavy Knight Knows How to Game the System, Reiwa no Dara-san, Maybe It's Just, let's see, The 100 Girlfriends, Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom, and Bleach, and there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So we're heading into like the final minutes before special martial law kicks in, but also let's be real, probably one of the coolest things to come out of last chapter is the Full Metal Alchemist technique. That is so freaking sick. Tagashi, I swear to God, if there is some Yu Yu Hakusho techniques up in here, or more Sailor Moon based techniques or inspired techniques up in here, I will lose my fucking mind, I swear. But anyways, let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And something that I am doing, similar to last week, is I do have two different fan translations in front of me. So if one of them does seem off, I do have a backup. I think that is the smartest way to go about this, to be honest, especially since, for some reason TCB isn't doing Hunter x Hunter anymore. I don't understand why. It's a mystery. But anyways, let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled Friends. Woo, we got some stabbing going on here from, Kajidal. Ooh, and he's getting off on this, let's be real. Not as much as, the characters in DeadTube. Oh my god. If you are following me on Twitter, you know I'm covering DeadTube. That will be added to the queue pretty damn soon. Dude, I'm telling you, DeadTube is coming for the disturbing series crown. The most disturbing series crown. It's trying to. But anyways, whoa, yeah, that's the stuff! My body's so ready! More stabbing noises. Yeah! And martial law! Oh, wonderful! Martial law is so beautiful! 5 minutes until declaration. Oh, come on! Don't keep me waiting any longer. I'ma kill all who resist. So much for that complex thinking shit. I knew I'm made for fighting. Okay, so now we're with the Barade outside of 1001, and he's noticing that wait, Ishohi and Shamathi. He's noticing something very sus. Hey, look, the first prince's private guards are making a move. Let's tell the prince. See. Hey, this is Rice requesting permission to enter. The prince is asleep. State your business. Yes! Lazarus! Dude, Lazarus has gotta be one of my favorite princes. I I love this man. I do. He's so goddamn chill. I love him. I do. I'm awake. I'm thirsty. Bring me a glass of water, dude. I love this man. Oh God, I've missed him. Two of the first prince's private guards are just outside room 1009, armed with automatic rifles. It seems that there's something in the late ninth prince's room. Finally it has. Well, hold on. Okay, so one fan translation says finally it has begun. The other one says, oh, so it's about to start. I think it's about to start sounds about right. It sounds better because considering martial law is it hasn't started yet. What is the special martial law? They're going to claim that Hulkenberg's death was a terrorist attack, or maybe they're concocting a scenario where Hulkenberg was a terrorist mastermind. Oh, so good. Yeah. Relay this order to all the private guards. Do not resist. Put down all weapons and gather them within reach. Once the martial law is declared, they're going to start blasting, no questions asked. Let's see. Stall Benjamin's private guards. He's not going to lay a hand on someone from the Hunters Association. Use any excuse you could think of. I believe he's asleep. If they're making a move outside even before the martial law is declared, they must have radioed an order already. Quick, don't let him leave the break room. I fucking love Lazarus so much! I forgot about this! Order to all units, get rid of the drugs in the master bedroom! Burn them in a wok or something! Dude! I forgot that he had all those drugs in his room! Dude, Lazarus... I know someone like Lazarus! Let's be real! Oh, God. I have lived an insane life, okay? I'm hoping, like, the majority of you have not known someone like Lazarus. It is sad that, no, I shouldn't say it's sad. But yes, I have known someone like Lazarus before. I have, like, I've known that guy. I'm hoping the majority of you have not known that guy. But yes, like, a good chunk of you probably have known that guy that's like Lazarus. That's just like, oh shit, we gotta put the drugs, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We know that guy. Oh my God, I know that guy. I've so known that guy. I've known that person. Oh my God, that's why, like, I feel like that's why one of the many reasons why I like Lazarus is because I've known that person. I know someone like Lazarus. Oh my God. His hair was not like Lazarus. Lazarus's hair is fucking sick, let's be real. But I've known someone like Lazarus before. I've hung out with that dude before. That's why I'm like, yeah, I know. I know that person. I've hung out with that person before. Or, like, a few people that are like Lazarus before. Oh my God, it is bad. Oh my God. Do I need to do no, I'm not. I should not do a video on that. Oh my God. I've done some really insane shit, okay? I gotta read this again because this is just like, I'm just like, dude, I know this person, okay? If they're making a move outside even before the martial law is declared, they must have radioed an order already. Quick, don't let them leave the break room. Order all units, get rid of all the drugs in the master bedroom. Burn them in a wok or something fast. Dude, I fucking love this man. I know this man. Rice, come here. I thought you cleared the drugs with the Ministry of Justice. In a special martial law, the military calls all the shots. Sketchy stuff is sketchy. Dude, hold on a second. Okay, so... Okay, this translation is great. I love that they said, okay, so there's special martial law, the military calls the shots, sketchy stuff is sketchy. The other one, I love that fan translation for that. Sketchy stuff is sketchy. Oh my god, that's a... I fucking love the fan translation for that. I hope fans uses sketchy stuff is sketchy just for that. The other fan translation says, the military will take control after martial law is implemented and they might use anything to convict us. I love sketchy stuff is sketchy more! I have another, like, part of me is like, I feel like I should pull up the other fan translation, from this Discord that I'm part of that has the Japanese, too. Or, actually, you know what? I do have the Japanese raw. I could verify it to see which one is correct. My ADHD might have to have me verify it to make sure it's which one is right. But God, I love sketchy stuff. I love sketchy stuff and sketchy so fucking much. Oh my God, that shit is funny. That shit is so funny. I'm sorry. It's probably like it is probably like they might use anything to convict us, but God, as I said, sketchy stuff is sketchy is just freaking hilarious. I'm sorry. If you're talking about, but if they resort to a military dictatorship, they can fabricate whatever they want with or without evidence. So what's the point of trying to hide it? That's so true. That's so true. Like, what are you trying to do? That's why I'm like, I understand what Lazarus is thinking. Like, bro, like, there's what? Like, burn the shit. Like, you're dealing with martial law. Get rid of it. Like, even if you have permission, this is martial law. Like, everything goes out the door. Get rid of the shit. It sucks because, you know, it's drugs and shit. But, get rid of it. Dude, I like the other fan translation. It says here, we're talking about dictator in the dictatorship by the military. They can they can arrest you even if your sheet is squeaky clean. But no, I like the other one more for that one. It's the prince's orders. Just do it and stop complaining. Oh, yeah, Congenital just got busted. Why did you kill him? Justified justified self-defense. He's the one. He's the one who attacked me first. I only defended myself. Drop your weapon. You better explain yourself. The situation calls for it. We may need a judicial investigation. Sure, I don't mind dropping my weapon, but sorry, who's investigating whom again? Ooh, I love that too. It's just like, yeah, just divine self-defense my ass. Let's be real. All right, so now we're back with Timothy outside of 1009. Nobody's answering the door. If someone's inside, then they are committing treason against the royal military. One second. Yeah, the SML initiated special martial law. That's what it is. The special martial law initiated military sweep is happening way faster than I expected, but that works for me. My ability is to assassinate a target by using both N and my stinger ball. Right? Let's see. Dude, what the fuck? The other translation says I didn't expect the orders for the genocide operation. Dude, the genocide operation. What the fuck? To be issued so quickly, but is in my Dude, what the hell? What happened? Dude, no. It's never any good in a group combat between Nen users. I'm pretty much defenseless in my N. Letting others inside my N is an itself a risky act because I can't use gyro. Even a pistol can be lethal. Not to mention in a crowded situation where you can't tell if someone is a Nen user, a friend or foe. It's mentally almost impossible to maintain N. Okay, so what we have here in the center, I love the visual exposition. So we have Misahoshi overwhelmed by physical Nen attacks, psychological pressure, and sensory overload. But I know people are annoyed by this in regards to Togashi, like, doing full, basically, like, a panel, like, with a full paragraph and barely any art. And I'm going to say this in regards to that. I'm going to add my 2 cents in regards to that. If this was before Togashi got additional assistance, I'd be like, okay, I understand what you're doing, Togashi. I do, because you're dealing with your chronic pain. You need to just get more assistance and blah, blah, blah. But Togashi, come the fuck on. You got more assistance now. The fuck are you doing, bro? If anything, what this panel should be... What page is this? If this will give me the page number. Oh my god, come on, give me a page number. Damn it, it's not giving me a page number. That really sucks. If anything, with this page, and I don't understand why this isn't the case, why not make the panel just a little bit bigger at least? So that at least the visual exposition could be a little bit bigger. I'm very confused by that. Because I'm going to be real with you. We see this kind of, in terms of this kind of visual exposition, we see this in Kengen a lot. So that's why I'm like, I think we see this in, when I say we see this in Hajime no Ippo as well? No, what was the other one we see it in? Oh my god. Oh god, what series? We somewhat see it in Blue Lock sometimes, but like there's another series that I was thinking of that we see it in, and it's driving me crazy. God, I can't remember. But we do see it in a few series, but usually with these panels, the visual exposition is just a little bit bigger. The image is just a little bit bigger. So, but anyways. Let's see. Plus the more, hold on, did I lose my spot? Oh yeah, plus the more I extend my N, the higher the risk of, collision with, other Nen users. What if, collision with other Nen users? What if I bumped into, an auto attack, which, automatic attack, which, can strike in reaction with, someone else's N or Gyo, or a pair of Nen users who uses N and the other fires an emission Nen projectile, I'd be headed straight to the graveyard probably. Or probably by now. Let's see. Probably by now I'd be headed straight to the graveyard. Let's see. The damn hunter named Kurapika sure accelerated such scenarios by increasing the number of rival Nen users. In this situation, it's becoming practically impossible to keep my stinger ball attached to the princess without being discovered. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, princess without being discovered by the other guards. Hold on. Oh, this is page 7. Okay, that's where it is. Oh my god, thank god I have this other fan translation here. So, thank god I have both fan translations here, because there's a really good translation note here. This might be the first time for the kanji for princess is used in this arc. Not sure if this is a mistake or intended, but it should be noted that Yusohi was originally assigned to assassinate Fugetsu. Also, in the subsequent panel, he switched back to the usual kanji. Thank freaking God I have this goddamn translation with me. Thank God. Attached to the princess without being discovered by other guards. My power is most effective in an environment where we can detain and monitor a prince in isolation. But if we do manage to detain a prince in the midst of special martial law, what need do we have for my ability anyway? In other words, my ability is no longer required in the succession contest. Ooh! Yeah, you might be in trouble, bro. We're charging in at the same time as the declaration. Copy that. And that's why I was, wait. Wait, and that's why they asked me to accompany, Chamathi. Isohi. Are you prepared for this? Of course. Lord of the Flies, Muda King. Okay. So, here's a couple of really good, translation notes for the Lord of the Flies and for, why I say Muda King? It's Mute King, right? Yeah. It says Muda... There's no space. That's why I'm like it said Muda King. I'm sorry. So what it says here, in keeping with the tradition of naming, yeah, it is Mute King, right? Oh no, it's Mudake. Wait, Mudaki. There we go, Mudaki. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's Mudaki. Okay, so here it is. In keeping with the tradition of naming Benjamin Soldier's abilities after famous works of literature, the kanji for this one refers to Lord of the Flies. Notably, this is the exact same kanji used for Poof's ability, Beelzebub. I love that. That was so smart. That was so smart of Takashi. I like that because we'll see in a second here that Beelzebub is an ability that's used here, and then Muda King. Muda King is the name of an anime. It is also portmanteau of Mudaki, meaning invincible and king. That's why I'm like, okay, it's got to be Muda King. Okay, a Lord of the Flies Muda King. A semi-coercive manipulation type ability. By manipulating the... let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, by the way. By manipulating body contact with a volunteer for an amount of time, it could grant the volunteer a state of invincibility that lasts a long time, lasts as long as the duration of the body contact. At the end of the duration of force, Zetsu will be imposed for 100 times the duration of the invincibility. And in addition, as soon as the Zetsu is lifted, the volunteer receives recoil damage from their own aura, and that is equivalent to 1/3 of all the attacks that they have nullified. Also, this ability cannot block joint type attacks from multiple collaborating Nen users. So, according to the translation note here for this, it's that this additional caveat is very weirdly specific, and it feels conspicuously placed to prevent accusations of plot-induced stupidity on Benjamin's side. Basically, it seems to explain why this ability has not been used in their previous campaigns against Halkenberg. Alright, that makes sense. Let's see. I confirm that one person is inside my N. Depending on the total amount of damage nullified, I'll die after my invincibility wears off. Speaking of, let me talk about the art in page 8 real quick. God, this page is beautiful. Like the bottom two panels on page 8 the bottom half of page 8 looks so beautiful. And from what I understand, and especially based off of what conversations I've had with other mangaka, like Darumian specifically, I'm guessing the assistants in this case for Tagashi, that they worked on the backgrounds for this panel. That's my guess. And damn, Tagashi, your assistants are doing the damn thing, especially for this bottom panel. Oh my god, this background is sickening. Woo, this background is sickening! I love this. This is so trippy. Like, oh my god. And also, why are we getting more trippy ass backgrounds for Lazarus specifically? Seriously. Okay. So now we're back with Shimano and Kurapika and Oito. When Queen Oito fainted at the same time as Kurapika, it was the first time I changed his diapers, and then I realized back then I was indeed confused and panicked. But when I saw Prince Wobbles, no, well, not the prince, well, when I saw the baby's face, I just, part of my impudence, I just didn't care anymore. It was my mission as a servant to take care of the two of you, and so I did my job as usual. If anything, I'm concerned about the actual Prince Wobble. Of course, she's probably in a safe place, but how will she be treated after all this? That's a great question. That's something I have no way of knowing either. It all depends on the last remaining prince. If it is as Kurapika says, and the contest is not resolved by the time we disembark, do you think all the remaining princes will be saved? Well, we have two big problems to worry about. Before that, first is Beyond's curse. If the curse's condition for activation is officially participating in the succession contest, that is the very least Prince Wobble. Then at the very least Prince Wobble is out of the scope. However, if the condition is participating in the Seedurn ritual, then that is totally possible, isn't it? After all, it is normally unthinkable that one would participate in that ritual, but not in the succession contest. Furthermore, if he did not manage to finish cursing the newly born prince in time, and he activated the curse some other way after the prince had boarded the ship instead, ooh, you think this boy got cursed instead? Is that even possible? Well, yes, in fact. Not long after we entered this residential area, I sensed something like a surge of Nen near the prince. I was facing the other way, and it was only an instant, so we have no way of knowing what it actually was. That's actually a very interesting question that I think all of us have been wondering, like, what is going to happen to this baby? It's also possible that it was the Nen of an unknown assassin, or the first prince's private guard. To know that the activation conditions of Beyond's curse, we can only confirm with Beyond himself. I could use my chain to siphon Beyond's ability and learn all about it, but I bet that the curse's activation conditions are very difficult to fulfill. If I cannot clear them in time, I will die. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of a problem. That's just an act of suicide. It is more realistic to negotiate with Beyond, but Kakin will never release him from detention, and Beyond himself, well, or prison, obviously, and Beyond himself doesn't want to be freed. After all, it is in both parties' interest that Beyond stays put until we reach the continent. But here's the real question, though. When special martial law kicks in, what's going to happen to Beyond? Like, there's no way that Beyond is going to stay in jail. Beyond's probably going to be killed, right? Yeah, in the first place, I doubt that he will admit to being the culprit behind the curse itself. Duh. Kurapika, I think you've already realized this, but there's one condition that he will absolutely accept. Are you talking about the Hunter Association pardoning Beyond? Well, indeed I am. He'll bite if he gets to be free from the Hunters Association detainment. But that's not an option. Is Chairman Netero's final directive? If it's out of the question. Well, isn't it the chairman's directive to bring back a solution to the calamities from the new continent? I'm sure we can maneuver to reach a win-win situation. Well, I doubt that's happening. No way. There's also the contract with V5. Right? Hold on. I ain't sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, okay, now I'm in the right spot. No matter what, we can't drag the whole association into this. In the first place, we are working under the premise that Beyond is ready to use even his own children to fulfill his ambitions. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. There's no way he will tell us about the curse at the center of his plans. If he does, then it's most likely a trap anyway. Well, duh. So we'll trap him back. Let's see. We can if we use that woman's ability wisely. No, okay, that woman's ability. It says here. Kanji is the fifth private guard. We're referring to Lanki. Not sure why Bill wouldn't just call her by her name. That's really, really bizarre. isn't it? But yeah. No, for example, we can sneak in a clause about Beyond's ability in the contract with him, or utilize the penalty in case he breaches the contract. I'm sure we can find something. Bill, I thought you were on Beyond's side. Like, why would you go that far? That's a great question. Well, I'm glad that you aren't on Beyond's side. Wait, what? Hold on a second. Let me just make sure I'm in the right spot here, because I think I lost my spot. Remember, I'm going between two different fan translations here, so I have to make sure I'm on the same page here. Okay, there we go. I don't have the loyalty nor the commitment to keep working under the guy after hearing about all the things he's done and he's about to do. Let's see. You, on the other hand, are the type to see your mission through once you've set your mind on something. A common trait among villains, actually. Seriously, man, hats off to you. I wouldn't want to hang out with you outside of work. Let's see. That didn't sound like a compliment to me at all. My mission has shifted completely to the protection of the queen and the prince, but now I can't help but hesitate and get a little ambitious. Ambitious, of course. The safety of Queen Oito is, wait. Yeah, of course the safety of Queen Oito, etc. is my priority, but wouldn't it be nice to find a way to stop the succession contest itself if we could? Well, the thing about, the limitations of the succession contest, I think the Hunter Association would be on board, because I don't think any hunter would wish to see people killing each other. The only ones who stand to lose anything if the limitations falls apart, and the protection of the spirit beast is lost are the current king and the serious players who aim for the glory of succession. Beyond and the upper princes. Kurapika's like, dude, I swear to God, Tagashi, I love you, man, but jeez. I know I shouldn't be complaining about it. And I'm glad I have Hunter x Hunter. I'm not mad at it, but God, I wish we just had a little bit more imagery. I know. But still, I just would like to have just a little bit more imagery. I know it's stupid. I'm probably going to get shit for saying it, but I just would like a little bit more imagery. That's all. And the paneling is just, I know this is typical Hunter x Hunter paneling, but still, it's just I know. Or I should say more recent Hunter x Hunter paneling. But still. I'm just happy I have Hunter. You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm happy I have Hunter x Hunter. I'm glad it's back. But God, Takashi, man. It just, I'm just very spoiled, okay? Let's see. Here we go. Now I know where I am. I think it's totally legit for the association to stand as one to fight against Beyond's curse, weaken the Kakin monarchy, and endorse the clean princes on the altar of a new regime. As long as we have the noble cause of saving the princes from being hostages of a curse, I'm sure, I'm sure the V5s will approve. Even the deal about releasing Beyond from detention does not need to be permanent. They could just arrest him again for a different reason. Isn't it our top priority right now to do something about the curse? I know Beyond better than you do, so heed my warning. He's capable and confident, and he's a kid who loves strategy games. Let's see what it means here. So this is an interesting case because, and this is according to the translation notes. This is an interesting case because of the punctuation marks used. So far, the Japanese quotation marks have been invariably used for NEM-related concepts, and they have also appeared in this chapter for N, Gyo, collusion, string of ball, etc. I don't know why the fan translator doesn't know why Kid here specifically uses this set of quotation marks, especially since Tagashi uses the more common corner brackets, which is what you usually see for Japanese quotation marks, in the same sentence for Game of Tag, and might want to watch out for possible allusions to NEM-related kid stuff from Beyond in the future. Okay. Let's see. As for this is going to be interesting. We'll see when. Ooh. I wonder if this is going to. Hold on a second. NEM-related kid. Dude, I wonder if that's going to be Beyond. Ooh, okay. So Beyond's Nen ability might be related to the kid. Okay, so it's gonna be kids games, kid game based Nen. All right, that'll be interesting. Tagashi, I can't wait to see what you do with that if that is the case. And see, this is why I'm glad I have both fan translations here, because we have awesome translation notes like this. Seriously, like. Fuck, I'm so happy I have this fan translation. Thank God. Thank you, fan translator, for having this. For having these translation notes. I swear to God. Also, TCB, like, fuck. For fuck's sakes. Come back, man. Anyways, as for the... if you guys, let me know if you want, this... if you want the fan translation that has the translation notes. Because if you do, I will post them in my Discord. I will do that if you want the fan translation that has these really good translation notes. Let's see. Where is it that I'm at? Okay. He'll totally accept the challenge, and he'll never back down out of from a game of tag, because it says a kid who loves strategy games. It'll totally accept the challenge, and he'll never back out from a game of tag. Watch, there's gonna be like, if there's tag, if it's Nen ability, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if there's tag and hide goes, dude, I swear to freaking God, if we see Beyond versus Hisoka with this kind of Nen ability, oh my God, now I really want to see Beyond versus Hisoka. Dude, give me Beyond versus Hisoka! If this is the kind of Nen ability that we're getting here, based on what the fan translator is saying, dude, I need Beyond versus Hisoka just for that. Holy shit, I need that. Oh my God, I need that shit in my life. As for the curse, I bet he'll talk about it exactly because it's the center of his plans. If anything, he's probably itching to talk about it. He's that confident. Of course, his confidence is backed with meticulous treachery. A nasty... Dude, we need Beyond versus Hisoka. Like, this alone makes me want Beyond versus Hisoka. I swear to God, if we do not get Beyond versus Hisoka, I am going to hate life. This screams that Beyond's gotta fight Hisoka. Seriously, Tagashi, we need Beyond versus Hisoka. Yeah, I gotta read this part again here, okay? He is capable and confident, and he's a kid who loves strategy games. He'll totally accept the challenge, and he'll never back out from a game of tag. As for the curse, I bet he'll talk about exactly because it's the center of his plans. If anything, he's probably itching to talk about it. He's that confident. Of course, his confidence is backed with meticulous treachery. A nasty one. Motherfucker, we need Beyond versus Hisoka. I swear to God, we need Beyond versus Hisoka. This screams that we are getting Beyond versus Hisoka. I swear, if we do not get that, I'm gonna fucking hate life. Tagashi, I can already picture how this will go, and it will be amazing. Oh my God, I need that shit in my life. I need that shit. Part of me is like, I kind of would like to see Chrollo versus Beyond. Dude, Chrollo versus Beyond would be really cool too, but like, oh my God, I need Hisoka versus Beyond. I need that shit so bad. Oh my God, that fight will be so amazing. Like, I can already picture it in my head. Oh my god, that fight will be amazing! I need that clash of the trolls so bad! Oh my god, we need that so bad! And that's all the more reason for the entire association to unite and to stop the succession contest. Motherfucker, like, please, just Kurapika, go find Hisoka and have him fight Beyond. Please, please just do that! I just need that shit in my life! Excuse me, I don't think you've explained the second big problem. That was very rude of us. The second problem is the fact that you yourself, my queen, don't know the whereabouts of Prince Wobble. I don't know what kind of promises you made with each other when you swapped your babies, but you might have thought it better not to know where she is for her own safety, right? Yes. You have no idea where the prince is. Naturally, that also means that you cannot deny the possibility that Prince Wobble is on this ship. No, that's too absurd to be true. It's a question of whether you can provide proof to the military at the very least. I believe that the First Prince's faction wouldn't discard that possibility. They have probably begun their own search. There's probably a full-on investigation being conducted about the serial murders happening at the lower tiers. I believe they're doing a recheck of all the passengers' data and ID cards. I've asked Pion to cross-check the data for the passengers under 2 years old. The fact that she hasn't contacted me back yet means that there's no match in the official data. I'll ask her to do another search with a higher age threshold. There might be falsified records after all. And if they don't find her, she's not on the ship. In other words, we could prove that she's not participating in the succession contest, right? No, the suspicion will never be cleared. But that's... Hey, Kurapika, you can be less blunt about it. Let's see. There's no point in hiding that fact. Besides, there's... besides being suspected, can actually also work in our favor. Eh? Well, because the babies were switched with intent, the military has to assume the worst-case scenario that could arise from such a scheme. For them, it's that Prince Wobble is still eligible for the succession contest and is somewhere on the ship. Until they can completely eliminate that possibility, they will act within our expectations. As for what completely eliminating that possibility entails, the best we can hope for is either one, the current king himself is the host of that contest, as the host of the contest officially declares Prince Wobble ineligible, or two, Prince Wobble is proven to be outside of the ship. Note that the absence of evidence of her presence is not evidence of her absence on the ship. In the second case, they have to additionally prove that anyone who leaves the ship amidst the succession contest loses to the right to participate. You see, to be eligible for the contest, one must participate in the ceremony, but they can't prove that. The one who participated in the ceremony on the ship was your sister's son, and as such, they have no way of denying suspicions that the real prince was swapped with your sister's son after the ceremony and escaped the ship through whatever means. And as long as these suspicions aren't cleared, the Upper Princess factions will have to assume that Prince Wobble is on the ship. And even if she is found outside the ship, they have the burdens to prove that an ineligible prince loses their participation rights if they leave the ship. In other words, as long as my daughter is found, they cannot admit her non-participation and they can't punish her for it? Exactly. For the Upper Princes who are actively participating in the succession contest, their doubts can never be cleared before Prince Wobble is located somewhere. To put it another way, they cannot stop until they have found her. And in order to become the sole survivor of the contest, they have to settle the matter of Prince Wobble's eligibility. Damn mouse. In other words, as long as she is not on the ship, Prince Wobble is invincible, because then the Upper Princes can neither find her nor prove her ineligibility. And because she's in perpetual limbo, her priority as a target for elimination naturally diminishes as well. But if she is indeed a target of Beyond's curse, then if she is outside the ship and her whereabouts are unknown, we have no idea. We have no way to take countermeasures. Yes, and there are two ways to solve that problem. The first is to figure out Beyond's curse and determine whether Prince Wobble is the target for the curse. If she is a target, then we have to quickly identify Beyond's children, the curse's sacrifices, and remove their curses. The second is to determine Prince Wobble's whereabouts. And in terms of the succession contest, her being in an unknown location outside the ship grants her invincibility, but the opposite is true in the context of the curse. If she is a target, we have to locate her as soon as possible and ask for instructions from a capable Nen exorcist. In a sense, we have one fundamental problem in the name of lifting the curse. But because our options to resolve it require two radically different approaches, I split the problem into two. Either we cut off the curse at its source, or we remove the curse from the target. And currently, we have neither the time nor the manpower to tackle both of them simultaneously. As such, I believe that we should attempt to solve the problem, problem number one. Taking this approach also helps us perform our contractual duty with Longi. However, we too should act with our worst case scenario in mind so that we may prevent it to solve the second problem. I'm going to assume that the curse is targeted at Prince Wobble and ask the Hunter Association to search for her so that we may attempt an exorcism and protect her. Alright, well, allow me to confirm one last thing, Queen Oido. I know that you were being truthful when you said that you have no idea where the prince is. However, am I wrong in thinking that as a contingency, you have agreed on a place or person to contact in the case of an emergency? Ooh, they really are something else. Kurapika does not blindly believe in his own ability, and therefore he does not draw premature conclusions even after having gathered several facts. I don't blame Kurapika for that. And the queen, too, is aware that her not knowing is her last and greatest weapon, which is, I believe, is very smart. Which is why she has remained silent even after this. Our worst case scenario is that Prince Wobble is both on the ship and a target of the curse. Even knowing the prince is out there somewhere would be enough for us to gain the cooperation of the hunters on the main continent. Could you please let us in on it? Before I heard about the curse, my own worst case scenario had been that after the next king is decided, the royal military will find my Wobble and everyone in my family will be executed. I could tell that from Prince Kacho's case as well, that escaping the succession contest is a severe crime punishable by death. And it is, as you said, Kurapika, because my confession can still be construed as a tactical lie to survive the succession contest. We are not punishable yet, but as soon as our ineligibility is proven, we will become felons. Yeah, that's true. Our light of hope was Prince Hulkenberg surviving and becoming the king, but that's no longer... right now I have no choice, no longer possible. Right now I have no choice but to believe in your theory of the succession contest limitations and to pray that the curse is not headed our way. So if you're saying that the kind people of the Hunter Association can protect us, well, association is full of people with various agendas. They are reliable, but I can't honestly tell you to put your trust in everyone there. However, I could say one thing with absolute certainty. Yes! Oh I have friends that I could trust more than my own self. I could swear this on my life. They will protect the prince. They will definitely protect the prince. A relative from my mother's side works at a post office in Yamato. Okay, let's see this. So for this one, it says here for the notes, is Yamato is an ancient name for Japan when it was when its capital was Nara. It is unknown if this is the Japan analog of the Hunter x Hunter universe from which the likes of Hanzo, Basho, and Yokotani hailed. Yamato is also the name of Japan's FedEx equivalent, known for its black cat mascot. I wonder if a post office in Yamato is a nod to the company. That'd be interesting. First, if I send a coded message, they will send it back to Kaken under the pretext of addressee unknown, and then charge the fee to a sender's address provided by Yamato. then the message will arrive at the address without any records of delivery. If we make use of that, but like, oh my god, Kurapika's ally supporting him from afar. So there's 49 days remaining until the end of the Succession War, but we have our first appearance of God and Kahlua and Aluka since over 10 years? Oh my god, it's been over 10 years! Oh my god, they're finally back! God, they look so cute! They're finally here! I know this panel alone's gonna break the fucking internet, but the boys are back! I swear to God, Tagashi, I really hope we get a chapter alone of just seeing what the fuck Kahlua and Aluka have been up to. I really want to see specifically what they've been up to. Because Kahlua and Aluka's situation is very interesting. Really want to see them. Gon's situation is, yeah, there's that, but like, I'm trying to think, who would be able, because remember, Aluka's dealing with, his own situation, his own curse situation. That's why I'm like, if anyone might be able to, like, lift the curse or even know anything about this, exercising this damn curse, it might be Aluka. I'm very curious. What do you guys think about that? Oh my god, I can't believe they're back. I can't believe they're goddamn back. Oh my god, I can't believe they're back. We didn't see Leorio though, but Kurapika, what are you trying to say about Leorio? But I'm very curious what you guys think. In terms of finding a Nen exorcist, but also, like, dude, I swear to God, we better, as I said earlier, we better be seeing Hisoka versus Beyond. I need that fucking fight! I need to fight my life! Swear to God, if I do not get that fight, I will be so pissed. I will be so mad, but dude, I swear, if we have Kurapika have a run-in with Hisoka, and Kurapika says, look, bro, if anyone can defeat this motherfucker, it's you. Please, go do your business, or something. I will lose my shit. Speaking of, we haven't seen Kurapika have a run-in with, I really want to see that fucking run-in. Ugh! I'm annoyed by that. But, oh my god, I'm so happy to see them. I'm so happy to see them. But still, Tagashi, for the love of God, just give me the spiders before the special martial law is declared. That's all I'm asking. And also give me Hisoka versus Beyond. Like, just, especially if you're telling me this about Beyond's, or hinting, foreshadowing this shit about Beyond's Nen, like, I need it. I need Hisoka versus Beyond. I need that fight so bad. Please just give me Hisoka versus Beyond. Like, that will just be amazing. And also, I fucking love Lazarus. Like, this chapter just made me love Lazarus even more. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Damn, this video ended up being almost an hour. I did not expect that. Oh my god. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys thought of this chapter. What do you guys think about, based on the translation notes, what do you guys think about the idea of Beyond versus Hisoka? Like, I can't be the only one that wants that shit really bad. What do you guys think about Gon and Kahlua making their first appearance in, like, 10 years? Do you guys think that we'll get, like, I want to see a chapter of freaking Kahlua and Aluka. Really goddamn bad. Let me know your thoughts thoughts, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Hunter x Hunter content. If you can do that, donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wish list, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network, that's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!